Hello, welcome. So you might notice a gap here. If I am an IT company that fixes computers in the Schaumburg area, what you'll notice is that on the average every month, we have around 3,000 people in the Schaumburg area searching for computer fixing related terms that you could see over here on the average. And these are the keywords broken down. Now, let's say I own this IT company in Schaumburg that fixes computers. And on my website, every month, I'm only getting 24 visits to the website. You then see where there's a missing link for a lot of small businesses. But ultimately, it's a numbers game. Everybody in sales knows it's a numbers game. The more doors you knock on, the more appointments you book, the more calls you make, the more appointments you set, and the chances for closing deals increases based on that. It's a tried and true sales formula that has stood the test of time. It's a numbers game. So you then have a formula that's simple, predictable, and scalable, which gives you an idea on how many contacts you need to make to reach your numbers. But what if I told you your website, yes, that thing you paid thousands of dollars for, should be doing the same thing for you right now? It's your digital sales rep working 24/7, or at least it should be. But for small, medium-sized businesses, especially local ones, the website just sits there. No visitors, no steady leads, no results. What's missing isn't just traffic. It's a system, a way to know what your potential customers are searching for, how much demand actually exists in your area, and how your website stacks up. Hi, I'm Dr. Mayo, founder of BizCrown Media, and over the past 10 years, I have helped several businesses generate leads, double their income using their website to generate traffic that's targeted for them to accomplish their goals. We recently launched Proburb, our marketing agency division, focused specifically on website traffic, local lead generation, and sales optimization using your website, because we've seen just how one insight from real traffic data can change a business like that. So let's talk about how you should be using your website like a salesperson, one that works 24/7 for you to accomplish your goals. All right, it's awesome. You launched the business, you got the site made, you were told it's important for your customers to reach you, which is true and absolutely great, but then it's crickets, or maybe the occasional contact form submission, and you wonder, was it even worth it? I get that all the time. The problem isn't your business. It's how your website is used, or rather not used. Your website should be treated like a sales team. It should be working with clear targets. Just like a sales rep knows I need to make 100 calls for 10 meetings, 2 sales to be able to close and reach my target, the same formula should be attributed to your website. So this formula should also be the same formula that you are using for your website. Still, the tried and true sales method, being a game of numbers. All right, so we're going to bring it back to the computer fixing scenario here of me being an IT company that fixes computers. Now, you could be very strategic also with your targeting by knowing the dynamics of the searches so that you could focus your marketing on where it's going to be profitable for you using your website. So here's an example. Let's go to the Schaumburg area searches for fixed computer, right? You will notice that the top bid right here is $13. And the top phrase for that bid is computer servicing near me. Now, if I were to go to Evanston, you will notice that it's totally different. It says hard drive repair near me, which is the top bid in Evanston, and that's going for $24 a bid. Two things that we get here is we get to know that there'll probably be a higher revenue margin in Evanston based on the keywords because the bids are high and people are bidding at that rate. Also gives you an idea on the affluence of the city, the area, the people that are there. And so as a business, you can start to go, hey, you know what? I just don't want to do that much. I want to go focus on hard drive repairs in Evanston. And the same goes for Schaumburg, you could say, hey, I would rather go and do computer servicing near me in Schaumburg, but this gives you an idea of it. Now, if we were to go to Naperville, for instance, here, you see how it changes. In Naperville, the top bid is $5 and the top keyword is PC repair near me. So it lets you know how each city is different based on the searches. And so if you are spending a whole lot of PC repair near me dollars in Evanston, and there's not a lot of PC repair near me searches, you tend to see where the gap is. And so all this information starts to give you an idea on how you can actively start to send traffic to your website based on what people are searching for. And so you're empowered with a lot of information because you could see here, for instance, that in Evanston, the searches are not as much on the average compared to the amount of searches in Schaumburg, being 4,000 compared to 1,000. There's a spike here for some reason, or the same as Naperville, as you could see here. So I know there are more computer searches in Naperville than there are in Evanston, and then there are in Schaumburg. I could also say, hey, you know what? As a result, I'm going to go set up shop in Naperville because a lot more searches are happening there. So this starts to give you an idea on how you can strategically market to local people. And you definitely know that to quantify blogging, to quantify all the social media content that's going to let you reach this could be a little tough. I met with a marketing manager recently for a big regional company, and she said her boss tasked her with increasing revenue from 4 million to 5 million because they've been stuck on 4 million for the longest time. And she didn't know how to accomplish those goals. And my first question was, how many people visit your website every month? Which is the main question every business owner should know. With that, you'll be able to forecast better your revenue based on historic trends that you start to gather over time. And so she went and looked for the traffic of the website, and they found out they had been stuck at a certain amount, around 5,000 visits to the website every month, not peaking that. And the main question was, how many social media posts are you going to create to accomplish that? And how many blogs are you going to create to accomplish that? And that starts to get a little tricky because you can't really quantify what the content posting and the blog writing is going to bring in. What you can quantify is using ads and advertising. Because now if I know that in Naperville, there are around 4,000 people searching, I can then go create an ad targeting Naperville, focusing on these keywords, knowing that the ads are going to send traffic to my website that will then be able to be quantified based on a steady stream of traffic coming in through these ads. And of course, so when I asked the marketing manager, how many blogs were you going to create to be able to attain that goal, she couldn't really mention it. How much content do you need to post to achieve those goals? You can really answer that. And that's because organic marketing is not as quantifiable if you're not actively sending traffic to the website, mostly through advertising. And to not waste your dollars, the most important thing is to know what people are searching for. Now, here's the thing. For local businesses, this will lead me to what we call Google Business Moments, which will give you an idea of what I'm trying to land at here. Google concept of business moments refers to the key times when people turn to search engines like Google to find information, solve a problem, or make a purchase. These micro moments are crucial for businesses to understand and leverage in order to connect with potential customers at the right time. Here's a breakdown of Google Business Moments. I want to know moments, I want to go moments, I want to do moments, I want to buy moments. Now, here's the thing. For local marketing, the intent is already very high. If I can get something a mile away, why would I want to go 4 or 5 miles away to go get it? But that's the predicament a whole lot of businesses are in. And they miss out on the Google Business Moments, which was one of the key reasons why Google Business, I believe, was created. And as you can see, it says, how can businesses leverage these moments? Be there. You should anticipate these moments for their target audience and be present with relevant information. How can you do that? Through ads and through SEO, organic SEO. Be useful, which is the second one. Providing helpful and informative content that directly addresses the user's needs is crucial. That's through blogs. Be quick. Mobile users expect fast and seamless experiences, so businesses need to ensure their online presence is optimized for mobile, which means your website should be optimized for mobile so that people just don't leave when they're trying to load it up. And that happens. The next one is use Google Business Profile to manage their online presence and optimize for local searches. Local inventory ads, local extensions, other features help businesses show up in relevant local searches and drive in-store traffic. And that's really where the magic is at. That's how we've been able to use this strategy to double incomes for businesses over the last few years. All right, so here's what's wild. Some businesses only need around 500 targeted visits a month to meet their goals. Some businesses only need around 500 visits a month to hit their targeted goals. And I mean six-figure generating mom and pop stores and franchises that you see all around. Yes, you'd be surprised. And I've seen this happen where we've had clients that go, hey, you know what? We're getting too many inquiries. Like, can we tone it down? And these were people when I first met that said they had never gotten anything from their website. They actually laughed, talking about all they get from their website is spam, which makes sense because there's no active marketing that is going there. You can't optimize what you don't measure. You can't forecast on what you don't measure. The first thing I ask when someone wants help is, how many people visit your website every month? And 9 out of 10 times, they have no clue in the digital world that we live in. And the very simple way, again, to fix that is simply start by knowing the keywords your customers are searching for and optimizing to that using advertising. If you want to be able to measure the traffic going to your website, to be able to forecast your revenue, and also optimizing your website with the content that you see here based on what the people in the area you're targeting or searching for. And after that, make sure that you are measuring the organic traffic, the paid traffic over here to make sure that your ads are working and that your website is being optimized for the right keywords. Because when you start to do ads and optimize your website for a certain keyword, let's say, for example, hard drive repair near me, Evanston, by creating blogs like how to fix a hard drive in Evanston and related topics to that, your website starts to rise up in the rankings with that, which helps it organically. But still really hard to achieve your goals without doing active advertising that's just sending traffic to your website to be able to accomplish your goals. This is what we've been doing at Proburb, our dedicated agency under BizCrown Media. We were doing it under BizCrown Media before, but we have totally removed it since it's our flagship service, and we're leaving BizCrown Media as the content hub. Proburb is where we roll up our sleeves and drive results for local businesses using data like this. Again, this method has helped us double revenue for clients, not by guessing, but by showing them exactly where their opportunity is. So feel free to reach out. If you need assistance in driving local traffic to your website, you can visit our Proburb website here and go under Work with Us and complete the quick form here so we can learn more about your business and your goals. You can also participate in our local market discovery sessions where I have 4 businesses per industry submit keywords and areas they're targeting, and we actually view their opportunities so they can know exactly who to target and how to go about their marketing. It is so eye-opening. It's such a aha moment in these sessions. So you could also sign up for any of them, as we'll be doing them very often per industry, and just always look out for your industry, whether in home services, medical, legal, real estate, personal care, beauty, automotive, a whole lot more that we have here coming up that we'll be doing often. So I hope this was helpful. If it is, like the video, subscribe to our channel so you can always have access to content that makes your business grow and makes your life easier. Till next time, take care.